In an effort to bring to light a town of great peculiarity, the following is an excerpt from the Issamwood Tapes.
1856 was the year Michael F. Johnson first put pen to paper to tell us the fascinating stories around Issamwood at the time. Some historical and some poetical. But, as with all literary geniuses, each tale had its hints of truth and its value to history. Today, I will be reading for you Michael F. Johnson's fantastic tale known as Skin Deep. There once was a man and woman who loved very much. They loved all things and all people around them, but even though everyone felt equally loved by the couple, they loved each other most of all. The man looked at the woman, deep in her eyes. He vowed he would never leave her side, and that he would love her throughout the rest of his life. Years passed, and the couple had grown old. They always loved roses. Sickness took the woman. Oh, such sickness. And on her deathbed, the very bed in which the couple shared such incredible passion, the woman apologized for having to leave him. But instead of mourning, he thanked her for every second she allowed him to look into her eyes. With tears in his eyes, he kissed his wife for the last time as she left him and all the people that they loved so much. He was alone. The man loved all things and all people around him, but he did not feel loved by anyone. He was alone. One day, there was a knock at his door. He answered it, smiling. Standing there was a tall, beautiful man dressed in black and carrying a beautiful briefcase. Like everyone else who came across the man and the woman, the man loved him. "May I come in?" the man asked with a smooth voice. Silky. It was a beautiful voice. The man let him enter, excited to share his time with someone, even if it was but for a brief moment. "I'm so sorry to bother you, but I am here to settle a debt your wife left years ago. I won't take up much of your time." This made the man sad, but he still loved his guest. The man and his wife had plenty. They were able to save up just enough for them to live comfortably, and since they were so loved and loved so often, things often came without too much struggle. The man said, "I'd be happy to pay back whatever I may owe, but first, may I offer you a drink? It's hot, and we should not be speaking on parched tongues." He smiled. The man smiled. It was a beautiful smile. Pulling them both glasses of water and returning, the man sat with a smile and handed his guest his drink. After a long drink, the guest picked up his beautiful briefcase and produced a piece of paper. "Do you remember this?" the beautiful man asked. The man stared at the piece of paper, awestruck, recognizing it almost instantly. Yes, I do. Why, that's my wedding vows." "They really are beautiful," said the beautiful man as he put the paper back into his briefcase. "I just needed your confirmation. Thank you so much." He finished snapping closed the beautiful briefcase. "How did you find that?" the man asked, confused at the situation, but amused at the lovely nostalgia. His wife was so beautiful. She loved roses. "You gave it to me," the man's guest mused. "No," the man said. "I burnt the paper after I memorized it. I told her I did that so that with the words in the air we would breathe them in for the rest of our lives." The beautiful man smiled again. "We were bound by words of love before you were even born, I assure you. I'm sorry, but I do not understand what the debt is that I am to pay." The beautiful man looked at his host, smiled his beautiful smile, and then slowly began to recite. "Try and try as death might, to take one of us away from sight. But as one's gone, as such is right, I will not live without your sight. You promised your wife you would never be apart. I am here to collect on your words." The man became scared. How can someone this beautiful say something that seemed so ugly? His guest now stood with beauty and grace, holding his hand out to the man. In it was a rose. The man now noticed a faint aroma of loved ones past. "It won't hurt or scare you. I just want to take you where you belong. Just come along, travel light. We will be where we are going by fall of night." The man that loved everyone as though they were his own feared for his life and of the unknown. He didn't scream, not even a peep, but he prayed the Lord his soul to keep. He did not mean to, but he did. The rose pricked his finger, pain sharp and short. He suckled the blood and followed the man, for it was all part of a much bigger plan. His love was large, and life was plentiful. Best to end with a man most beautiful.